What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. What we're quickly going to talk about is how we have presumably seen 6ix9ine assaulted in general population and moved to a different facility. Here's what people aren't looking at in our understanding. It was previously put out there that he was being asked by the feds to give a statement or to speak on something, and he wasn't willing to, thus why we've seen that bail was revoked in a certain situation of events and him sent to general population has occurred, etc., etc. Now, what's not being looked at is the fact that everybody thinks that, oh, because of what he represents, what he raps about, that he'd be in danger immediately. But what you need to understand, whether that is the case or not, is irrelevant. If your mind isn't open to the option that the feds themselves could put certain inmates and criminals in a position to attack him, that they may know have malice or motive to do so. Now, why would they be involved in doing something like this? Again, yesterday I briefly talked about strategy, tactics, the way that psychological warfare works. They can make these inmates speak to them like, hey, everyone would know you as the person doing it. You get clout. We can look out for you in the future on a situation. Now, this would be important. Why would this be important? Because it will push him to a mindset and thinking that, look, I really am in danger. But it could be an instance that was, let's say, encouraged to make sure that later on he's mentally ready to think about things they're asking. And they'll even bring it up. Look, you were attacked. We moved you. We looked out for you. We just want you to look out for a few things, and then we're looking to get you probation and you can go on your way. These are the type of tactics that are very normal to a superstar level. Again, we've seen superstars, not by name, that have gotten bail on violent charges. I mean, being felons with weapons. I can tell you as a normal person and citizens, that's not possible. There are situations in environments, though, when you have a certain level of morale, a certain level of influence where things may move in your favor. Now, this is just an objective thought to it, that everyone's calling him a snitch or something, but ultimately you can't be mad at him when he has pressure being applied the right way. Now, get where I'm going with this. There's pressure being applied from the people who think he has the power to talk about them. There's pressure being applied from the judge previously to him, wanting him to do the right thing. So he has that pressure. Now, there's also a pressure being applied through the people that are building that evidence. Now, it depends how bad they want the other people, or they want other people mixed in the situation. This will help to dictate the way the cards unfold. It will truly help for us to see the situation that's going to occur after. Will he break under this pressure? We don't know, but I can tell you the people who know how to apply the pressure is people who are specialists in doing it. And the feds are specialists in doing this. Now, I'm not saying he was attacked 100% because of their influence, but depending on the way the information rolled out, they could easily influence this type of situation. They could easily bring these things into their minds like, hey, you can get your clout off of attacking this person, off of getting him to think the way we want him to. And not even saying that, they could offer a simple item that they can't receive in prison that influences them to act a certain way. And it doesn't have to come through the feds. It can be by another prisoner, by a person who's respected in a prison. These are looking at the systems communicating. There's a federal system and things that we out here live by, and there's an in-prison system that everyone else lives by. If there's a person that could be a potential threat to the power of the system in there, just like out here, there's going to be reprimand for it. So that's another way to look at it, that they were scared that he was going to gain power inside because of his money and influence, or even fans that may have been in there of him. There's many different ways to look at it. So saying he's snitching, he's telling, you got to look at the influences that are affecting him. He has many different influences hitting him at once. He's going with the punches right now. How he chooses to defend it, that's up to a good lawyer. That's up to people who may be some type of mentor, because these are serious charges he has that are trying to allege that He was looking to take life. He had plans to take life, and it was public. What I said on the previous video, though, is if you're going to look at it that way, look at everyone else who was making blatant threats in the situation. Don't just sit there and point him out. Then to allow these other YouTubers to bring it up as if it's so for sure. Why don't you speak about the other ones who are free? That's where you guys lose me at. Don't say objective. Stay objective. Don't say it. Be it. All rights reserved.